In 2021, there are people making literally millions selling on Amazon, and I know that sounds incredibly unrealistic for the general population, the general public, but it's entirely possible. However, instead of throwing you right into the deep end and saying, let's go and make £1 million, no. We're not going to do that. We're going to start small and work our way up. So I want to show you how you can make your first 1,000, your first 10,000, maybe your first 100,000, and it will all lead to that big number of making $1 million. Because at the end of the day, creating a business isn't from here to then, the next day you're now here with $1 million. There's a whole journey, there's a whole process. It's not easy, it takes time, but hopefully in this video, I'm going to break down all the steps in order to start selling on Amazon so you can start making just that little bit of money so that it can grow. We're going to go over 8 steps in particular, starting from the beginning all the way to the end when it comes to selling on Amazon. Now, I'm going to go over these steps as fast as I can in a way, and then if you want to see any specific step in more detail, then let me know in the comments down below, and hopefully I can make a more in-depth, larger video around that step. Or if you just want to see a much longer, maybe 2-hour full-length video of this entire process, then also let me know in the comments down below. So let's start. Step 1, you are going to need an internet connection. And I know, I gave you an easy one to begin with, and that's because if you're watching this video, you clearly have an internet connection. But we all like to create a to-do list and just put a couple of things on there that we just know we're going to be able to tick off, like wake up that morning. You can tick it off and it makes you feel good. So if you have an internet connection, you have done step 1. Let's move on to step 2. Step 2, we have to head over to Amazon and actually find a product. So let me give you a quick tutorial of that. Once in Amazon, there are a few ways to find potential products. One is looking at the best sellers, but my favorite is the random letter search. This is where you put a random letter in the search and you see what Amazon suggests to you. The item at the top of the search is generally the most popular, which is why Amazon is suggesting it first. For example, with the letter K, we see Kindle and some kitchen stuff. Now, kitchen in my mind is a great niche, so let's expand and add the next letter, which is an I. This is giving us so many different product ideas, but let's take it a step further and put in T. We're now looking for simple, small products that don't have complicated moving parts and aren't heavy so that shipping isn't too expensive. And what we can see is kitchen utensils. Now, kitchen utensils would be an amazing product. It's the perfect Amazon FBA type of product. Step 3, kitchen utensils sounds like a really good product. So let's take a deeper dive into that product, have a look at the competition, have a look at the demand, the pricing. So let's do that now. The price is high. This is a really good sign because it shows that you can make more money. The high number of reviews is a bit of a red flag as it means competition is also high. However, this guy with 25 reviews got on the first page, so that's really good potential. Then there's this one with 63 reviews. Then, oh my gosh, okay, there's this one with no reviews on the first page. That is awesome. Next, we can go into the individual products and have a look at what customers are saying. Where can we improve? What's wrong with these people's products? Make sure to write everything down on a piece of paper or a notes app or something. We're going to need that information later on. Step 4, we now need to curate a long list of potential keywords that we can use to sell our product. Basically, we just need to write a long list of ways to describe our product. And with kitchen utensils, that should be fairly easy, seeing as usually it's a set of utensils and each utensil has its own name, which is its own keyword. To get a better understanding of traffic, you can use the Google keyword tool to see how many searches each keyword is getting. You want to have at least one keyword getting over 10,000 searches per month, 3 keywords getting 1 to 10,000 searches per month, and the rest can be scattered. Now, this isn't an exact science, obviously. There may be more keywords getting 1 to 10,000, no keywords getting over 10,000. It doesn't mean the product won't work, okay? It just, like I said, it's not an exact science. It's just, these are the principles that we like to follow to determine whether or not a product has keyword potential and it has, volume potential to see if it will get sales. Now that you're armed with all of this information, let's move on to step 5, which is possibly one of the most important steps, which is finding a supplier. Step 5, we are going to be using Alibaba.com to find a supplier. The reason I personally like using Alibaba.com is because I find they're reasonably safe. They have a huge range of products. They're literally like Amazon, but for suppliers, which is amazing. And their prices are pretty reasonable. I mean, obviously everyone has their own individual prices, but you can get real bargains with Alibaba.com, which you can then go and sell and make a huge return. And one thing I like the most is everything is negotiable, which is really cool. In fact, last week, as I've got a box down here of, it's really cool, literally, products, right? Last week, we made an order from Alibaba.com. We thought it was going to be 14 days for delivery because that's kind of what it said. 3 days later, I kid you not, 3 days later, the product was at my front door and I was just like, what? I didn't even know how that was physically possible. This product is actually going to be sold on Amazon hopefully in the next couple of weeks, which is really cool. So let's search for kitchen utensils. The first thing we're going to do is select Trade Assurance and Verified Supplier. Trade Assurance allows you to pay through Alibaba.com, ensuring you're safe, so if anything goes wrong, they'll have your back. And Verified Supplier means the supplier has been inspected by a third-party company, which is really good. A few other things you can look out for is how long they've been operating for, how many orders they've done, but I don't focus heavily on that. On our recent order, our supplier had only been trading for 1 year and they still dealt with everything incredibly fast and incredibly professionally. So we did not mind that they had only been trading for 1 year. After picking a few suppliers, we need to then message them and start the conversation. We need to see if they private label, which is when you put your own logo on a product. We need to find out the final price for the product with your specific quantity. Let's say 100 items for your first order, nothing crazy. And then you want to find out the shipping cost and which shipping company they use. Typically they'll ship by air as this is easier unless obviously you say, you want to ship by sea. Air is easier, faster, it's slightly more expensive, but when it's your first order and you're just getting started, it's definitely the way to go. Also remember the notes you took on how you can improve on the competition's kitchen utensils and make sure to tell that to your supplier. You want to be the best. You can chat really quickly to them with the integrated chat on Alibaba.com, and after finding someone and agreeing, they can send you a custom invoice and you can pay through Alibaba.com's Trade Assurance. A couple days later, it's at your house. It's awesome. Now obviously I don't want to guarantee it's going to be at your house a couple days later. It happened to us, but hopefully not too long after it will be at your house or at Amazon's warehouse. Step 6, items have now arrived. What should you be doing? Now have a look at the competition again. Take notes of the keywords and images they're using. You now need to craft your title, your bullets, your description, and your product photos. Try and make sure you put keywords in your title and your bullets, but still make sure they make sense. Don't just keyword stuff. And try to make the photos look as professional as you can. You can use a lightbox and your phone, that works fine. And you can even makeshift your own lightbox with, an old cardboard box. You just cut out the sides and you put some baking paper there, and then you put just a light, and it makes a really nice soft light inside the box. Then you just need to get a piece of paper inside that box and you're good to go. You put your product inside the box, you snap a few photos, you've got some really professional looking photos. Step 7, you now need to go and create an Amazon account. Now, you can do this in step 2 or step 1 for that matter, but I don't think it's a big deal doing it at step 7. So you need to create an account, you need to create a product, then you need to get your FNSKU label. That is a special sticker that goes on the box of your product. Either you can put this label on, or when you're ordering from your supplier, they can put this label on for you. You'll then send the items from your house to Amazon, to their warehouses. Then they will, distribute them or just keep them in one warehouse, and they'll be on the Amazon website. You can now sell them through Amazon, which means if someone buys your product and they have Prime, they will be able to buy your product with Prime. That's amazing that you're literally able to sell a product with Prime. Step 8, you now need to go and actually try and get some sales and get some reviews, because you're now up to that point where your product's on Amazon, Everything's done, but you have no sales. So you've got a few options here. Option number one, you could join Amazon's review program to get yourself a few reviews, or you can kind of try and send it out to people, join some Facebook groups that are in that niche, see if anyone wants it and send it out and hopefully get a review. But don't ever, give it to someone on the condition they'll give you a review, because that's not actually allowed. So you want to try and get natural, real reviews. The next thing you could do is also create an Amazon ad, which is all integrated into Amazon's ecosystem. So on Amazon Seller Central, you can actually create an ad for your product. They'll even do all the hard work of finding the keywords and doing all of that if you select an automatic campaign. Now, if you select a manual campaign, then you'll put the keywords in, but don't worry because you have that long list of keywords, remember? So after having your ad running for a few days and getting a couple of sales, you'll see yourself starting to go up the rank. Now, the higher you go up the ranks, the more chance of you getting organic sales, because Amazon gets millions, if not billions of visitors to their website. So the idea is you want to try and rank for lots of different keywords, which is why you put all those keywords in the description, in the bullets, throughout the title. That is why you've done that. Now you'll be able to rank for all of these different keywords, so organic reach for you is going to be amazing. People searching for the best red kitchen utensils, you might pop up. People searching for spatula set with kitchen utensils, you might pop up. Now, these long tail keywords might not get much traffic, they may not get very many searches, but the fact is, if you're showing up for all of them, or at least a lot of them, combined, they do actually get a lot of searches, which in turn, the end goal is to get you ranking for the main keywords, which in this case is kitchen utensil or kitchen utensil set. If you can be ranking high for that, you're going to be getting a serious amount of free organic sales directly from Amazon's own search. Now, these last two steps are actually obviously a lot more complicated than what I've said in this video. I did say at the beginning I wanted this to be more of a quick step walkthrough of the whole process. If you want me to go into more detail about step 7 and step 8, then let me know in the comments, or if you have specific questions around those steps, let me know in the comments, DM me, whatever you need to do, but just, ask me a question if you get stuck along the way. I didn't want this to be, an hour or 2 hours long. I wanted this to be kind of a start an Amazon FBA business in a nutshell video. I will happily make more videos that are longer. In fact, I do have full-length tutorials on my YouTube channel that you can check out if you want. But for this video, it's kind of how to make money on Amazon using Alibaba.com in a nutshell. It's really an awesome business. And like I said, if you need any help, just ask, let me know. But the best part about this business is if you want to make more money and you feel like you've reached the full potential from your one product, just add another product and then another product and another product. There's no cap to how many products you add, and every product you add, if it does well, you will be bringing in money from so many different sources of products, which will be brilliant. The same, by the way, applies for eBay. All of these steps can work perfectly with eBay. So rather than selling it on Amazon and shipping it to Amazon, you would just list it on eBay and either use a third-party fulfillment service, or you would just go to the post office yourself and ship the product out. Personally, I love Amazon because I just think it's a much more sustainable long-term business. I love the amount of traffic they get. I think there is so much potential with it. And that's why I personally, out of eBay or Amazon, I would choose Amazon. Now, I just want to end by saying, I know I may have made this business sound super easy, super doable, you can do it in your sleep, but that's not true. This is a proper business, it's not easy, it is going to be hard, and that's completely normal when creating a business is not meant to be easy. If it was meant to be easy, everyone would be doing it. There's a reason why not everyone does it, because it does come with complications. And like I said earlier on, if you have any questions, please just ask me and I'll happily help you through. As well as that, I would love to make longer videos on the topic. So let me know in the comments down below, and I want to just end by saying thank you so much for watching.